show right here on C4OC Radio.
Hi, this is Allison Metal Babe Cohen from rock and roll clothing line Metal Babe Mayhem, and you are listening to a C4OC Radio.
Soto Shop Customs. If you can dream it, they can build it. Like Denny Ray Stelly's DRS1 Black Mamba model. Go check out
SotoShopCustoms.com. Hey, this is Al Bain from Al Bain for Leather, and you're listening to C4OCradio.com.
Yo, what's going on, Metalheads? Mike C with the House of Metal Radio Show, and you are listening to C4OCradio.net. Dude,
that's right.
So excited to be here. For everyone who normally follows us on Facebook, we're switched it over to YouTube because Zuckerberg was giving us some issues. But got something that we want to say here. You know, C4OCRadio.net is an actual legit business and radio station. We do LLC. We do pay all royalties through ASCAP. So Zuckerberg and the Facebook crew, you can kiss our big fat ASCAP jagoffs. But hey, we started the show off there. We had some brandy spanking new Lit Soul. That off their new self-titled, I think it was their 5th or 6th album they just put out there.
That's the 6th.
That's the 6th. That was a song called You're Not Well. We have another one of their new tracks coming out. We're going to be playing for you in just a moment. Actually, a song that Denny and DRS1 Video Productions has put together for their song called Straight Into the Sun. I was glad to be part of shooting some of the video with that. Really cool video. Just got a little sample of what he's been putting together with him and Rob, and it's friggin' phenomenal. Hey, we got a great show tonight. Around 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we're going to have Ruby, lead singer from the band Scarred, calling in. Going to be talking all things Scarred, what's going on with the band, and all that kind of good stuff. You know, always great to hear from the ladies, and hopefully just talk a little Spanish for all our Spanish listeners out there in all the different countries. And plus, we got some other show dates, for that House of Metal, including finally wrapped up the lineup for my birthday show that's going to be going on Saturday, July 24th. But we'll get into that very momentarily. We're going to finish up the second song of the double shot from Lit Soul right here, right now. And then we got a little double shot of Stone Breed after that. We'll get back into some yapping and fill you guys' ears with some info. And what else we got? Any other?
We got shows.
Yes, we got
all kinds of stuff coming out.
Yeah, in fact,
got a show this weekend.
In fact, we're going to announce that, where it is, who's on the bill, and all that great stuff. So without any further ado, let's get back into the music here with a little bit more Lit Soul right here on C4OC Radio. .net. Press the button. Let's go.
Chevelle from Lit Soul, and you're listening to C4OC Radio, baby.
Hey, little mama, be my star. Hey, pretty mama, think that take was way better than the last one.
Cruz with Stone Breed, and you're listening to C4OC Radio. Yeah, turn it up. such a long time to hear you call my name. I wonder if you feel the same. Don't wanna feel like I'm losing at the end of the day. Not gonna live my life when there's nothing to gain. I've been walking down the same streets. All those roads lead me back again to the same dead ends. I don't wanna give in and be a fool again. Doesn't matter if we lose or win. I don't wanna give in. I've been following the same stars that I see every night in the sky, but I can't find love. I don't wanna give in and be a fool again. Doesn't matter if we lose or win. I don't wanna give in and be a fool again. Doesn't matter if we lose or don't wanna feel like I'm losing at the end of the day. I'm not gonna live my life when there's nothing to gain. I don't wanna give in and be a fool again. Doesn't matter if we lose or win. I don't wanna give in and be a fool again. Doesn't matter if we lose or win. Lose or win. Lose or win. Don't wanna be a
All right, people. We started the show off there. We had some brand new Lit Soul. We had some You're Not Well going into Straight Into the Sun. And that last double shot was some Stone Breed. We heard Last Dollar and Fool Again. Hey, thank you guys for making the switch over from Facebook to YouTube. We greatly appreciate that. From now on, our show is going to be right here on YouTube. We're just going to at least announce them over on Facebook to get you guys over to here on YouTube. Yep. And if you can, you see that C4OCradio.net button? Hit that subscribe button. Get your friends over here. Get tuning in. As you can tell, it's less glitchy and all that other kind of shit. Probably sounds a whole hell of a lot better. But needless to say, for the best listening quality, go check out C4OCradio.net because it's always going 24/7. And shit, 99% of our library here is all the unsigned bands from around the globe. Of course, the biggest chunk is here out of Southern California, because that's where we're based, but we're getting bands from all other states, countries, and we're going to be turning you guys on to a lot of great new shit. At 9 o'clock, about another 35 minutes from now, we're going to have Ruby Valdez, lead singer from the band Scarred, calling in, see what they got going on. But, since we're talking about shows and that kind of stuff right now, let's get into some show announcements. Coming up this Saturday, yes, this Saturday night, happening down at Stages at 604 East Dyer Road. It's the old Malone's. This is going to be their very first show since COVID took over. This Saturday night, it's fucking Rock Fest. It's going to be the Lit Soul CD release show. And you'll say the band Lit Soul is going to be playing on that. The band C4OC, fuck yeah, come on.
That's right.
All Is Useless is going to be playing on that. Black Star Sinners, Angel Shade, and Cynical. The doors open at 7 o'clock. It's going to be $10 at the door. So get your asses down. Check out some live fucking music. And you just heard some brand new Lit Soul right there. So if you think that sounded great, just on what we're playing here, wait till you experience it live. It's so much better fucking live. I mean, support the bartenders. All these clubs have been hurting. Get down there, drink up, enjoy some fucking live music, and have a great night with friends. And fucking Lit Soul CD release party. Got some fucking C4OC
right.
and a bunch of other great bands.
Right, yeah.
Hell yeah. And plus, the House of Metal, we've done like 99% of our shows, at Malone's, which is now Stages. And it'd mean a lot to us. Even though it's not a House of Metal show, it don't fucking matter. It's about going out there and supporting
Get
bands.
out there and support. You ain't been out in a while.
Heck no. So, what other shows we got coming up? On Saturday, May 1st, another great show going on at Stages. This one's put on by the House of Metal. I know it's going to be great. It's going to be the Void Vader CD release party. We're going to have some Void Vader coming on later in the show. But on who else we got on that bill? We got Void Vader, Stonebreed, which you just heard there. C4OC, the band again. If I Fall is going to be performing. Madrost, and it's going to be the debut show of Project Denny Ray. Yeah, my ass is actually going to get up on stage and not just announcing bands, but actually performing. Yep. And we're going on first, so please get your asses down there early. See what we got fucking in store for some great blues, bass, rock and roll. Right. Got some great players in the band. And, Denny's involved in putting his name in front. It's going to be fucking damn good.
It's going to be awesome. It's not like what you think it is. It's like totally different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As I said, it's blues, bass, rock and roll. So I know C4OC is kind of somewhere on that doomy kind of heavy side and kind of trippy.
This is not.
Oh, this is not. This is not at all.
Yep. It's some familiar songs. There's some songs you don't know. Yeah.
And dude, and couple covers and some of the covers that you put your twist on, I was like, how the fuck did he come up with this shit? Now, trust me, after hearing some of the original version, I was like, oh, damn, son. But one of the great House of Metal shows is going to be coming up on Saturday, June 26th. We're going to have Project UFO, Early Priest, which has Javi Colon from the Electric Junkies. He's out lead singing in that band. Who else have we got there? Anarchy X, which is a great Queensryche tribute. Sorcerers of Madness does a hell of a killer Black Sabbath show, and Brat Prince is going to be opening the show on that one.
Oh yeah.
Okay, then what else we got? Saturday, July 24th, it's going to be my birthday show. Right. Oh heck yeah, my birthday is actually the next day on the 25th, but it's going to lead in past midnight. We got 7 bands on the bill that night. We got Project Denny Ray is going to be opening up the show. The Vang is going to be performing. Ninth Circle, Fallen Union, Electric Junkies, Bloodshot Cosmonaut, and Room 7. Right. And then what else we got going on? We don't have all the bands lined up for this next one because I'm going to be talking to Denny after we get done later tonight. But on Saturday, August 21st, it's going to be the 5th annual C4OC Radio Social Independence Bash.
5.
We're going to be starting early that day. First band's going to be going on at 6 o'clock, and we're going to go until they throw us out of the fucking joint.
Yep.
I'm excited as hell for that.
And if you've been to past shows, you know that it's always a great time at a C4OC radio party.
Oh, dude, you know how, no idea how, dude, I'm looking forward to that show like fucking crazy. I'm itching for that thing. That's always a blast. But, you know, we've done enough yapping here, so we want to get into some music before we have Ruby's going to be calling in about a half an hour. So we got to get your ears going. Hey, we mentioned some Electric Junkies, so I got a double shot of Electric Junkies lined up, followed up by a double shot of Augmented Chaos. And where is all that happening?
Right here
on C4OC Radio.
I can hear you doing that.
Yeah, I felt it.
Yep.
Hit the button. Hit the button.
Doggy from Augmented Chaos, and you're listening to C4OC Radio, the best local global artist.
That. Hello, people. What's going on? Mike C with the House of Metal Radio Show, and you were listening to C4OC Radio. Yep. Bringing you nothing but the best in. We got the very best hard rock and heavy metal coming out of Southern California, USA, and all points around the motherfucking globe.
I need a cigarette after that one.
Okay, what did we have there? We had a double shot of Electric Junkies doing Rock My Soul and Voodoo Shine, and we just had a fucking very metal double shot from Augmented Chaos doing Casualties of War and The Witching Hour. Hey, go on to YouTube. Type in Witching Hour. I think it's even on, might be right even on the C4OC radio page.
Yep, it is.
The video that DRS1 Productions did for the Witching Hour. Shit, most of that was even just done right here at the compound.
Yep, made a soundstage.
We did more than that.
We made a soundstage.
But, hey, we want to give a quick shout out to a bunch of great people. Let's give a shout out to Al Bain for Leather. Dude, he does the best quality leather work you can imagine. Guitar straps, vests, pants, you name it leather, he can do it. Everything is custom made. When you go on to his website, just take a look at all the friggin' artists. I'm talking big Jagunda names that he's done work for. He's done work for movies. He's done work for NASA even. Yeah. Yes, I'm talking NASA. You know those people send the shit up into outer space? Yeah, those guys.
He is a businessman.
Oh, and then some. We also want to give a shout out to Mr. Hector Soto at Soto Shop Custom
Another
Guitars.
businessman.
Oh, and another great human being.
Yep.
He's done shit. Got 3 of his guitars. Between myself and I. Denny's got a couple of them. In fact, Hector Soto and he's going to be coming down to stages this Saturday to present the winner from our New Year's Eve show, Mr. Ron Farrell Jr. In fact, Ron Farrell Jr. is coming out from Texas.
We gave away a guitar on the fucking internet, and the man is getting it. So this thing works.
And it's beautiful because Hector Soto's putting his name on it. He takes pride in what he does. Yeah. So if you're going to put your name on it, you make sure you make some top quality shit.
Son.
Bottom line. Let's also give a quick shout out to Miss Allison Metal Babe Cohen at Metal Babe Mayhem, where music and fashion meet. You want to check her site out for a complete line of clothing, accessories, jewelry, and a whole hell of a lot more. Because if you want to be a rock star, you got to look like a rock star. And people that we just mentioned will help you look like a rock star, be a rock star. Yep. And Mr. Hector Soto, he will make you the guitars to make you play and sound like a rock star.
I got a beautiful guitar. I got them all packed up because they're going to gig. They're getting ready.
Heck,
they're ready. They're in shipment mode.
Yep, all packed up, rocking, and ready to go. Mm-hmm. Hey, want to say thank you guys for tuning over, making the switch from Facebook to us here on YouTube. And if you're watching us for the first time, if you haven't hit that subscribe button on the C4OCradio.com page there on YouTube, please hit that button and join up with the team of what we got going on here. The bands appreciate it. We appreciate it. And we're just trying to get the word out to that many more people. Yep. 'Cause we're proud of what we do here. That's for shit sure.
I am.
Sure. Yeah, in fact, also coming up in a couple of minutes, we're going to have Ruby Valdez, lead singer of the band Scarred. She's going to be calling in, talking about all things Scarred and stuff like that. We're going to be playing some of their tunes and that kind of stuff. And, man, I'm just waiting anxiously and excited about, what we got about her calling in. Always great to hear what she's got going on. And the band Scarred has been around the OC metal scene for a long time and playing some big ass shows. And man, I always think CDs don't do the bands enough justice because you got to get that energy, you got to get that feeling, you got to get that vibe, you got to be there in person in front of those people, and the energy that they're giving, you better give some back, and it makes it that much better. But hey, I want to give a shout out, as we were mentioned, to Rockin' Ron Farrell, and give a shout out to Danny McCune. What's going on the East Coast, my man? Hey, I saw Rob Chevelle from Lit Soul. Those guys were tuning in also. Hey, I'm looking forward to this Saturday, getting down to that show, getting to meet you in person, and listen to this brandy spanking new, great new Lit Soul CD. I definitely, to me, it's definitely the best one that they have put out. Yes, no questions asked.
Last Saturday, after this program's over on YouTube, go ahead and feel free to scroll down and watch some of our other videos. Last Saturday, we did the Lit Soul featured artist.
Yep.
And played a bunch of songs from there. So, and there's links on there how to go and get it and make it yours.
Heck yeah. I think we got time. We can squeeze in one more song before Miss Ruby calls in. So what are we going to put in? Let's put in a little Core 10.
My favorite.
In fact, you know what? We're going to hang on that because we got Ruby calling in right now. Surprise, surprise. Let's see what we got here. Hello? Hey, let me hit the magic button. Hey, is this Ruby? Ruby Valdez from Scarred?
Yes.
Hey, good evening. What is going on? Buenos noches, mi chiquita.
I'm supposed to be calling Michael?
You are. You're on the air right now.
You're on right now.
Wait, I'm watching them.
Yes, you are. Hi. Hey, there's always a delay on the video.
Turn your phone down a little bit.
Yeah,
Okay, hold on.
Turn the show down.
Oh, man.
That's how it works.
Okay.
Yeah, otherwise,
how you guys doing?
Doing
good.
Great.
How you doing?
Buenos noches.
Buenas noches, chicos, metaleros.
Ah, there we go. That's what I want to hear. Hey, how's it?
This is so trippy, man. I thought that I was going to call you and I was going to be able to hear it. I'm so computer illiterate. I don't know what the hell you guys are going to have to, help me out here, okay?
There is a little
Michael,
delay. Yes?
I love your T-shirt, man. I think I know those guys.
Right? I proudly wear this shirt. You kidding? I got to dress up for the occasion. You know that, right?
Yes. How's Danny Ray doing?
I'm doing good. I'm admiring his shirt because I don't have one.
I know. Oh, man.
I'm just kidding. I kid.
I'm gonna have to bring you one, okay? Whenever all of us can show up to do your show live with the band.
Dude.
John, George, and Lonnie.
I would be totally honored if you guys came over and just had a good time. Because it's a whole nother thing when you sit on the couch over here.
I know. I've been watching you guys since you guys started the broadcast, and I'm like, shit, I wish I could be there.
Well,
maybe next time.
We'll make that happen soon. Things been starting to reopen, and hey, how are you feeling? Was that your wrist or your arm that got messed up?
It's my wrist. I'm the bionic woman now.
Yeah.
I'm going to my therapy, but I still cannot do like the horns up, so probably in May or June, by the time we start playing, I'll be able, to do the whole thing, but I'm doing okay. Thank God, man.
That's good. Hey, so for our listeners out there, give us a rundown of all the members of the band Scarred.
Okay, first of all, I'm going to tell them that Scarred is an LA-based band, power metal band, that was formed by John Toscano. John Toscano is a guitar player. George Toscano is bass player. On drums, we have Lonnie Simpkins. He's the new drummer. And myself on vocals. Mm-hmm. And actually, George and I auditioned for Scarred back in 2015 on the same date. I remember that we both went into John's studio and, we did one song and together, and that was it. We decided to, stay in the band and everything. And before that, though, Scarred had a couple of CDs that were out, and we had Shadow of Conspiracy that was out on 2006. Haunting Memories, the EP, was 2009. And then Destroyer with me as, the first female singer of Scarred was in 2018. And that CD was recorded in Orange County at, I have to hear, okay. It was recorded at For the Record in Orange County, produced by E, who was also the magnificent engineer. We had so much fun doing it.
Oh, yeah. Our first album was done by...
We're good.
We still good? You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm listening to you.
My phone is going to... Our first album, C4OC, was done by E at For the Record. So that's freaking awesome.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. That was a great experience, being in a real studio with... we just had a lot of fun doing that CD, so...
The environment is really great down there, too.
Yeah.
Hey, so were you kind of nervous? Being like the first lady joining in the band with them?
It's kind of a little bit of communication with that.
Hello?
Are you there?
Oh. Hey, Ruby.
Are you still there?
Oh, yeah, we're here.
Yeah.
Okay, what were you asking me?
So were you a little bit nervous about, joining the band, being, being the only lady in the band?
If I like it or what? We got...
Were you nervous, like going for the audition, like, hey, wow, these, some heavy music here, and they've always had some, some only male singers in the past, and now they're having a first time with a lady in the band.
Well, the first time I actually got in touch with them through a friend of mine, Hilda, and she was telling me, okay, I know these guys who have a band and they're looking for a singer. And she played a CD from Scarred, and the first thing I thought, okay, well, she goes, come on, you should audition for them. I go, well, yeah, that would be cool, but at the same time I was worried because I told her, I listened to, I think it was Eric's voice, the previous singer.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, well, I'm never going to sound like him. First of all, I'm a woman, and I have, I sing like the guys say all the time. I have 3 different voices that I sing. The nice voice, the scary, and the wicked one. So when I auditioned, that's the first thing I told them. Listen, I sing mostly blues, rhythm and blues, rock and roll, and all kinds of music, right? But I used to sing Led Zeppelin in Spanish with my other band that I was singing with my brother's band called La Leche.
La Leche, the milk.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I told them, okay, after the audition, after it was over, I told them, they were like, oh, no, it's cool. You can do whatever you want. We don't, play with your voice. You can do whatever you want. It's cool. So we adapted very quickly, and, they're excellent guys to hang around with and to play because they're just tremendous musicians, and they're just very nice guys, So it wasn't actually really hard for me to integrate, to be in the band, because all of my life I've been in bands where mostly it was just male musicians,
Yeah, true. Yeah. But you have a great voice. I've gone and checked out some of your previous videos singing, with not being in Scarred, and I got to tell you, Ruby, I'm extremely, extremely impressed with your voice. Your voice is amazing. It's so strong. It's so powerful. I love it. It is great.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, really. And I want to thank you guys because I know that you guys are helping local bands, not just here in California, but everywhere. And you guys support us, and it's always, I really enjoy when we do the shows at Malone's, the House of Metal and all that. So I just can't wait to get on stage. As a matter of fact, I was talking to George, I think it was yesterday, and I was telling him, man, we better start playing because I'm getting stage fright.
Right? Nah, not you. Yeah, you've been on stage enough. Come on.
Yeah, no, seriously. We haven't been on the stage for, almost 2 years?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I'm going on the stage this weekend, and I'm a little nervous because it's been a year.
I know.
Right?
So that's why I can't wait, to start playing again. And on the other hand, I'm going to see the guys. We rehearse every Wednesday.
Mhm.
We just started rehearsing again, and I wanted to tell you guys if you wanted us to, to go to your studio and maybe do like live music there with your studio, you can interview John, George, and Lonnie.
Oh,
You
heck
could
yeah.
also get- yeah, that would be really cool.
We'd have to set that up. It'd have to be on a Saturday, but yeah, I'd like to do that.
Okay, you guys just let me know or let through Facebook or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, I got your
Michael can
contact
call me,
info.
yeah.
Heck yeah.
You know how we do.
Hey, so we want to play some of your music, then we'll get back into talking to you again. So we have the whole Destroyer CD lined up here. Why don't you tell us what songs you would like to hear specifically, and we're going to pump them here. We'll play a couple songs, and we'll get back into talking with you. How does that sound?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. You want to play Dark Passenger, the first one?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to get that one set up. Give me another one to throw on right after that.
Okay,
Ladies'
hold
choice this evening.
Dark Passenger and
Black Earth, Destroyer, Drown.
Can I?
Destroyer.
Yeah.
Destroyer, yeah.
Yeah.
Good choice.
You know what my favorite is?
Which one?
Scars Remain.
Oh, that one. I was thinking about that one.
Right?
Yeah.
You want?
That's a good song.
Trust me,
Yeah.
like
I'm
like
gonna
I
put that
tell
one in-
everybody, I play their music on the JBLs here when they send it to me. I go through it, so I bust it out on my 1500 watt sound system out here, and I listen to it, and that's the one that really hit me. Was that?
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So if you want to play that first, that's cool too.
In fact, yeah. Let me get Scars Remain set up on that for that number one slot, and then we'll follow it up with Dark Passenger. Does that sound good to you?
Yes. Hey, let me ask you something, because this is the first time I do a radio interview through the phone. Do I stay on the phone, or do I hang up, or what?
No,
hang on.
You stay
Just
right
hang
there.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Don't go nowhere.
So between these two songs, we got about 11 minutes worth, but we'll be talking while this is going on here. Does that sound good to you?
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, that's fine.
We are having a little interview with Ruby Valdez from Scarred, and we're going to play their some music off their album Destroyer, and this one is called
Scars Remain, right here on
C4OC
C4OC
Radio. That's right.
Let's crank that up.
Inside my mind
band. All right, people, you just heard a double shot there from Scarred. We heard Scars Remain, and that last one was Dark Passenger. And on the line with us right now is the one, the only lead singer from Scarred, Ruby Valdez. What's going on, Ruby?
No, here hanging out with you guys. C4OC Radio Rock.
Thank you.
Hey, Ruby, holy shit. I love hearing Scars Remain. Just hearing you belt out those screams in that song. I mean, the music is great, don't get me wrong, but I love a person who can really sing.
Right.
You know, someone who's got a great voice and who can let the screams out like that. Holy shit, girl. You dropped my jaw. Right. I mean, my ears just like, you hear that and see that live, I'm just like, whoa. That's like, you got to check yourself, pinch yourself like, shit, is this real? That's how friggin' amazing it is, Ruby. Yeah, your voice.
Oh, man, thanks.
Your voice
Thank
and
you.
your presence in that band is amazing. I mean, yeah, I cannot say enough great things about you and that band. Holy shit. I mean, what was your whole take going into like even like doing these couple of songs that we just heard here?
Okay, well, like I was telling you, this song, well, we recorded the CD, okay? I think we had only 3 days to do the whole CD, or 2, I'm not really sure. I would have to ask George because I have a terrible memory. But anyhow, we first recorded the drums. I mean, the drums was the main focus on the first day, but of course all of us played. The whole band was present when we recorded, right? And the guitars and everything. And I, of course, had to be present because that's the lead vocal, so so they'll know, okay, this is a verse or chorus, whatever. And but it was so cool because I think we only had the studio for like 6 hours or 7, something like that, and we actually recorded 8 songs. And to be quite honest with you, my vocals were straight. I mean, they were really good even that first day, right? So, but
yes.
I was even thinking after we did the whole session, after that day that we recorded those, the whole songs, right? I'm so innocent. I asked the guys, well, I think my vocals are cool. I mean, they came out really good. I mean, they're great. And they're like, no. We're going to do your vocals. On the third day, when you get add all the harmonies and all this shit. And I was like, okay. But I was like, yeah. But, and then also this song in particular, it was quite a challenge because, the verse where I singing, trying not to break the spell, must break away from living hell, try not to forget. I did that in just one, how do you say breath? The speedo?
Yeah, right.
And at the end, that's why I sound so desperate, like my last, singing high up there.
Yeah.
Because I was like, damn, I did it. But I was just like, okay, good. But that was one of my favorite songs too. And then we were there, for like 3 days, and yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sure that was a hell of an experience, putting that together with the rest of the band, though.
Oh God, yeah. My George, John, and Andy play drums there, and they are just so talented, and just a pleasure, to work with them. And they're professional. They're not divas, and that's why I loved as soon as I joined the band and I started to getting more acquainted with them and hanging out more with them and everything. I was just so thrilled and happy to find musicians that were down to earth, talented, and that there's no we have no conflicts in the band. We get along great. So
that's excellent. So always sometimes there could be some egos possibly to deal with, or someone just might be very adamant about like, no, I want this specifically, when it's one person has like all the say and everyone else in the band doesn't have any say. But I just love how the band is so level-headed and everything, works together, puts it all together for the greater good of the song and the band. Got to give it up to you guys.
Yeah, all of us in the band have, we can express whatever we want and input. And there's no, we get along great. We're like a family. You've seen it. You've seen all my posts on Facebook. I write my Scarred Bros because it really I mean it from the heart,
No, that's one thing. Yeah, you mentioned there. You can truly see it. Even when you've posted some of the things from for the rehearsals and everything, and that's great to see. The whole camaraderie with the band and how everyone just does get along. That's very important. Just just the whole cohesiveness of it all.
Yes.
That
is probably the biggest part of the formula, is having everybody get along, and not just get along, they got to be able to mesh well and be musicians.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, and also another thing too, that's what also keeps us together too, is that all the family, Carol Toscano and Carol, also George's girlfriend, and Christine. Christine, by the way, I do want to mention that because Christine Salas, Andy's wife, was the one who made, she did all the digital art and the CD cover and everything. I mean, she did an amazing job. So, yeah, she did all the work and everything. So I really want to thank them too,
Yeah.
Now was it kind of difficult, getting a new drummer into the band, audition-wise? Was it hard to get anyone to fill Andy's spot? Did you have to many?
Yes, it was. And who could even talk to you more about that, George? Because at that time, I was moving in and out of places. My mother passed away, and I was going through really hard, difficult situation financially and everything. So I ended up moving very far, at Fillmore.
Oh.
I think to Santa Paula, no, close to Fillmore and all that.
Oh, damn.
Here in California, but it was so far. So I couldn't really go, to rehearsals every Wednesday. Imagine driving, what's that called? I used to drive that canyon by myself at 1 a.m. What the hell am I doing here,
Yeah.
It was scary shit. But anyhow.
Not a
so
safe
the guys
place.
were really nice, because they would tell me, listen, Ruby, we know you're living far right now, and, it's not fair for you to come just so you could, listen to, we're auditioning drummers, and, it's not, we don't want you to be driving that far, first of all. So George and John were the ones responsible for, finding the drummer. And it was very hard because, unfortunately, here, and I've lived that in the past too, before I joined SCART, we were trying to get a band together with my brother before La Leche, okay? That was a long time ago. And we were rehearsing at Francisco Studios or something here in LA. And the musicians that would come in, or that you would call, they're like, well, okay, I'll go, but, you have to pay me, I want you to pay the audition and, this and that. And I'm like, fuck, man, what's the, what? We're not millionaires. We can't afford to pay anybody. Just, I think that if you want to join the band, just go and do it. If you don't, if you guys don't hit it off, then okay, bye. But, I mean, none of us and the people that were auditioning have been doing this for years. I would never, as a matter of fact, I got scolded by a friend of mine who's a famous musician. I mean, I don't even want to mention his name because, I have nothing to do with that anymore. But anyhow, and he was telling me, Ruby, you've been doing this for too long. You should charge him for auditions and that. I go, no, man, I'm not going to do that because I want to be in the band and I'm part of the band,
Yeah.
And I don't want to be that. I don't want to be problematic. That's not me. I don't mind going to rehearsal. I don't. That's not right. And that's why so many bands don't function, because you have people that, okay, well, do you have the drummer? No, I don't. Okay, well, call me when you have a drummer. Do you have the bass player? No. Okay, well, call me when, then no bands are going to get together if you have that drummer.
Right.
And pay me to audition? Right. I mean, what the heck?
I mean,
I know.
Check your head at the door, right?
I know. And bands, as it is, bands are struggling to pay the studios where they rehearse,
Yeah.
So I mean, when I was told that, I was thinking, no, man, I can't do that shit. Are you kidding? No way. So I just showed up, and thank God I found SCART, and I love these guys to death, and they're not so happy. But yeah, it was really difficult finding a drummer. But Lonnie is doing great. He's just been so accessible.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, he's so happy to be in SCART, and he was at the rehearsals, and it's just great. But unfortunately, because of the damn COVID, God, I think we didn't get together to rehearse for maybe like 8 months or something.
Damn. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I want to really how do you say? I'm so happy that Lonnie is doing such a good job because he listened to the CD. He wasn't playing live with us, because it's different when you listen to a CD because you're listening to another drummer when you might,
Yeah, true.
You might want to do something, add
Different.
your own feeling to the
Flavor.
drums, right? So
Yeah.
if you're playing whatever.
Yeah, their own
But,
approach to it, and what they hear.
Yeah, but Lonnie's doing great, and I do miss Andy, and Andy's a tremendous drummer, but it was his decision. So, and I can't speak more of that because you would have to talk to him.
Oh yeah, we completely understand that. That's for sure. But hey, and I know like when it goes into like the songs that you have here, like I'm sure like you feel like all these songs are your babies in a sense. Like just asking like how do you feel when you played the CD back after it was done? What did you feel about your own performance on the CD?
As I'm a typical Virgo, I'm very critical of myself. So I really don't like, example, even though I post my videos up and everything, I don't like watching them because I say, oh man, I could have done this, I could have done that, or I should have sung it like this or like that, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But when I heard the CD, I mean, I love the sound because it sounds really heavy. I mean, I love how they mixed it, everything that they did. But for me, for example, there's a ballad, Into the Moor.
Oh yes, yeah, one of my favorites off of that.
Yeah, but that's John's favorite. I mean, he loves that song. But the thing is that when we used to play it was when we rehearsed it and everything. I was like, okay, you know what? I never told him. That was my mistake because I never told him. You know what? This isn't really my key. But that's how much of a dummy I was because I didn't want to bother the guys with changing the key and then having to change, the guitar licks or whatever, or the riffs, whatever, to another key. I said, oh, what the hell, man, I'll just sing it in this key. But then I noticed when I got to the studio, I'm like, oh, man, you know what, it's going to be too low. So that's why I sound really weird. Like, I was going to sing it like it's really sweet, my sweet voice, but then John goes, Ruby, can you sing it more like, more, stronger voice? And I tried to, and there's a couple of things that I would have done differently, and maybe because sometimes I do have an accent. I've noticed that a little bit.
I don't even
I mean,
know.
you can't be
What are you
perfect.
talking about?
The thing is that later, when I heard it, I was like, oh, man, I could have done something. But you know what? Nothing is perfect, man.
Nope.
Not even when you play live. There might be mistakes even when you play live.
That's very true.
So I don't want to be that kind of person that will stop a session or will bother them or be a burden to the band and say, no, I didn't like this song.
But that's what makes art.
And at the end of the day, I do like how it comes out, and that's why live. That's why I love performing live because I could actually do other things that I've been thinking in my little head. Okay, I could do this, right?
Yeah, I can definitely understand that. Yeah, sometimes the idea doesn't come out till later after it's been already cemented down in a sense.
In my experience, the song always progresses, no matter what it is.
Yeah.
It's going to grow up. It's like children. They're going to grow up, and years later, they're going to be mature, and they're going to be different songs, but the same.
Yeah.
Like children.
So right now, the thing that I'm working on now is Spanish lyrics, just for maybe 2 songs.
Oh yeah.
Because I have, how mostly my career was in Mexico. I mean, I was born here, I was born in Hollywood, as a matter of fact. Hollywood, and I have been singing for many years and everything, but mostly my career was in Mexico. So I do have a lot of fans and a lot of friends who are always telling me, God, we want you to bring Scott over to Mexico, come on, and all this. And, as soon as we are able to, travel again and be safe, that's my, what I want to do, actually, just, maybe do live 2 songs in Spanish for, our fans.
We got a lot of listeners.
I think that would be awesome for you to do that. I truly believe that, no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Put it this way, if you didn't do that, you'd be letting a good chunk of your fans down.
Right.
Hey, so
Yeah.
we still got some more of your music lined up here. What would you like us to play next for you? Pick another 2 songs. And we got Destroyer.
Okay, which one did you play before?
What did we play just before? We played Scars Remain and Dark Passenger.
Okay, you want to play Drown and maybe Rage Destroyer. Oh, no. You know which one? Hold on. Drown and Rude Awakening.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was
that's,
a good
no,
one.
Hold on. That's
a shorty.
Hey, no. Hold on.
Wait.
Okay, Drown and Destroyer. Okay.
Okay.
And then I'll leave you guys for maybe you can do the Fallen. You know, that sounds kind of like Egyptian.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That one. Oh, I also wanted to say thank you for sharing that video when you guys performed for the House of Metal a couple years back.
Man, I love that video. You know what? And I'll tell you something. That was my 3rd gig with Scarred. Okay.
Oh, no shit.
That was my 3rd gig. That's why it was so special, and I was nervous because wasn't that the day that we opened for Grand Bonnet?
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was.
I think it was, huh?
Yep.
Yes, I was like, oh my God, it's the stress of opening for this man, and I was like, what the hell? Get on the stage and have fun.
But you nailed it, girl.
Right?
You
You're
nailed
right on the
it.
money.
Are you kidding me?
But you know what? I'll tell you something which is really funny. Even though you're doing this, I've been doing this for many years. It is so funny because before we get on stage, I'm nervous as hell. Okay? So I think I even go to the bathroom like 5 times, and I'm like, okay, I'm cool. And I don't even drink anything, It's like, no. Because I don't want to say, like, okay, you guys, I'll be back. And, I got to go to the loo. No.
Yeah.
So it's always, in my case, I don't know about John, George, and Lonnie, they'll probably tell you when you interview them, but always the first song is like a nerve-wracking. It's like, oh my God, just let me get through the first song and I'll be cool. Because I don't really, talk a lot to the audience, or when I do, I'm kind of shy. Believe it or not, I'm kind of shy.
No,
not you.
Hey, you're not shy with me, and it's always great seeing you at the show because you always make a point of coming up to me and saying hello and everything, and I always greatly appreciate that. And it's always a much bigger, greater feeling when I get to see you up on stage and belting it out, because that's like, damn, that girl can freaking sing, and she brings 110%. And and it's your voice, it's your presence up on stage and everything. You just kick ass in every way, shape, and form while you're performing up there. So big props to you, Ruby, big time.
My God, thank you so much. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you, man. Really appreciate it. And really, like I said before, we Scarred, and on behalf of my bandmates, of my brothers, we really appreciate what you guys are doing for us, and for all the other bands, okay, and for your bands too. And I hope, I was just listening that you're going to have Michael's party, right? Soon, or there's going to be like 2 gigs, right, coming up, shows?
Correct, yes.
Okay, so if I could get a ride, because unfortunately I cannot drive because I slid with my right hand. That's the one that's all messed up. But if I can get a ride, I do want to go to the shows, okay?
There's a show tomorrow, or no, Saturday. Hell yeah.
Yeah, tomorrow's Saturday already?
No. Tomorrow's Friday, but it's on this Saturday.
I'm getting anxious.
I know, huh? Like, you know what? I don't go out that often. Just for, like, if I have to go to groceries and my friend takes me. And I want to say hi to my friend Fred, because I know he's listening. He's a sweetheart. He's my best friend. And so I was telling him, I don't go out, so I don't even know what day it is now.
Right?
All right, you hold on to that thought for a minute. We're going to get into another double shot of Scarred. We have Drown and Destroyer lined up for you right here on C4OC Radio,
baby.
Yeah.
I like that.
Hell yeah.
Love all up here.
All right, Metalheads, this is Mike C with the House Metal Radio Show, and you were listening to C4OC Radio. We just had a double shot there of Scarred. We heard Drown, and the last one you heard there was a title track of their last CD, Destroyer. And on the line, we have lead singer from the band Scarred, the one, the only, Miss Ruby Valdez.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Girl, I love your voice so much singing with them. Even just belting out that last friggin' scream on there and just being able to sing. Oh, God, having a singer is so big. And you deliver the goods, girl. No doubt about it.
Thanks. It's not hard when you have great band members, man. George,
Right.
John, and Lonnie. You know?
Yeah.
It's like when you hear that. Somebody mentioned to me once, they saw me in one of the shows, and they're like, she goes, God, you're so tiny, and where does that voice come from? And I go, hey, man, it's not hard when you have all this backup, you guys know, man, you performers, you're musicians, you have all that power behind you, it just comes out of you. I really don't know how the hell I do the screams and the little, the high-pitched things, but it just comes out of you, so.
Yep. Hey, all that years of experience definitely is definitely shining through, with this band and on this CD. I mean, it is just amazing. And, yeah, it might be a tiny girl, but you got such a big, powerful, strong voice.
Get her done, girl.
I mean, yeah, you're showing... I mean, it's going to embarrass a lot of guys out there saying, oh, man, that girl just showed me up. Holy crap.
I went back to my singing teacher. No, I'm just
Now working with...
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Now...
Hey, so is George Toscano, can you hear me? George, can you hear me?
If you watch it, like, the cool thing about being on YouTube is you can go back and watch it again.
Oh, okay, cool.
So we'll make sure we share it to George. And,
on
some
the Scarred
people...
page and...
Yeah, and on the Scarred page and everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
This is good stuff.
And now, with being in this band, has this band, working with the rest of these band members, did you ever feel as if you had to bring your game up higher, or was there anything that you had to change in your approach, with singing compared to what you've, sang in the past? Because I'm sure this is probably a little bit different than what you've done before, or maybe not too different, or...
Well, actually, yeah, it was different because, like I said before, I never really did power metal. I mean, I used to sing Zeppelin and, I don't know, I still listen, like I'm old school. I still listen to Stones, to Boston, to Led Zeppelin, to Van Halen, to all these bands. But when I started with Scar, that's the thing that I also told him, listen, I'm not really a heavy metal singer, but if you'll accept with the feeling that I have, that I sing with, I'll be happy to be part of the band. But through them, they are the ones who have turned me on to like different metal bands. Like, look, this is so and so, because you have to understand something. Even though I was born here, I've lived in Mexico and here. I was living in both countries. I would be here for 3 or 4 years, and I would go back to Mexico and do my thing in Mexico, singing rhythm and blues or rock in Spanish or whatever. And but once I got here and once I joined Scar, they're like, okay, well, and especially John and George, they were like, okay, we would listen to CDs while we were driving, to gigs or something, and they would play someone, and I would ask them, hey, who are these guys? And they're like, oh, that's Opeth, and like Lacuna Coil. But the ones that I do love, and I think they played, before COVID, I think it was Dream Theater. I love Dream Theater, man. I think these guys are like the jazz musicians and metal, and they play. If you hear their songs, they're so different, and they're just
extremely talented musicians too.
God, yeah, they're incredible. They're awesome, and that's one band I would love to hear live.
I definitely understand that. I mean, that's for sure.
But But and I'll tell you why. That's why I was like kind of like worried being interviewed, because I was like thinking, oh my God, what if they ask me about all these bands? Now that I'm gigging with, that we're doing the shows with Scar, I'm learning about all these bands, and I'm listening to awesome bands thanks to you guys too. Like all the bands that you play. Remember, I put a comment when I saw the show too.
Yeah,
There are so many good bands out there that I am listening to. Unfortunately, I have a terrible memory.
Right.
And even when I go, when my friends come, like, oh man, that's good. That's fucking cool. Who is that? And he'll tell me, newer bands, okay? But I come from a school where I learned my influences actually were my sister Norma, and she's my older sister, and I would listen to Janis Joplin when I was like 9 years old.
Right.
To Big Mama Thornton, Ma Rainey, Etta James, and I used to listen to Ginger Ravan, who's from 10 Wheel Drive. That was like in the 70s then, and Lydia Pence from Cold Blood. Those are my influences,
Yeah.
So now I'm learning more about more singers that that live here in LA, and I listen to them when I have time, and I go on Facebook, and I've befriended some friends too, on Facebook in a certain group. So to me, you never stop learning,
Right.
I mean, I don't want to sound ignorant, and I don't want to sound like, oh my God, you didn't know shit about metal. But
It sounds to me, like you like our Sunday show, which is local blues, and we do play oldies and stuff like that, Big Mama Thornton and stuff like that.
Well, because you have to. All of my brothers are musicians, so in my house, you would listen to 10 Years After,
Right.
to the James Gang, we listen to all kinds of music.
Right.
So, and to be quite honest with you, like I said, and then I love punk music too,
Yeah.
And then I was going back and forth to Mexico. So then when I come back here, I was like, oh, okay, so this is what's going on right now in LA, right? The scene or the music scene, whatever.
Right. So how big of a difference is the music scene from here, like Orange County, LA, and then you go down to Mexico?
Well, in Mexico, you have all kinds of bands too. You have metal bands too. They have a lot of metal bands in Mexico, and the only difference is that they're singing in Spanish. But before, you were asking about Scarred, right? Okay. The thing is that when I did join them, I did tell them, that I wasn't like really singing metal, but at the same time, they're like, don't worry about it. Just sing your style, because of course I'm not gonna sound like the singer that was before I joined the band, which was I think Eric.
Correct.
Singer. So, and they're like, no, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Of course I'm not gonna sound alike because I'm not a man. But so they're like, no, just sing it with your style, and that's cool. So, but it's I love it because, like I said, I mean, I love rehearsing with them because we just go into rehearsal and it's one song after another, and everybody knows their part, and it's not like a waste of time going to rehearsals, because I hate going to rehearsals, especially if they already have the CD and we've been playing for some time, and they're like, oh, how does that lick go? What do you mean, how does that lick go? Go to your house and rehearse it. When you come here, let's do one song after another. And all the videos that I've posted from the rehearsals, that's the way it is. Even with Andy, it was one song after the other. I mean, there was no mistakes. That's how good my band members are, and right. I love them.
Hey, now, did you ever get, like, just say when you're having like your first couple of rehearsals with the band and you're belting out some of these screams, did any of the guys ever just like back over and like with that look like, holy shit, that was fucking incredible? Because well, especially those first couple of times, like when I got to see you guys for the first time with you in the band and you were belting it out, I was just like, I couldn't believe what I was experiencing. I'm like, damn, that was freaking great. Like, your approach and your style with their music is, as I said before, I think it's really amazing. I think it's a phenomenal fit, and with what you bring to the band Scarred, it's taking it to another level. That's in my personal opinion. I mean, I love what you have done, being in this band, and of course it is a different direction because different singers, but I love what you are doing with the band.
Well, like I said, it's so easy, working with them because they let me do do what I want. You know, they never were strict or telling me, no, you got to sing it this way, or no, you got to do this. And it's like, no. You know, just do your thing, and that's cool. So that's what I love about them. They're not, you know, picky or, and we talk a lot amongst, you know, when we have an opinion or that we have to, ¿cómo se dice?
Hash out
to
something.
talk about something, we don't have problems in communicating. Okay?
Right,
We're
right.
very open, and we're not going to get scolded if we say something wrong or if we ask. You know, there's no stupid questions.
Right.
There's no stupid questions.
There isn't.
Hey, does the band have any shows lined up at the moment currently, or?
Well, you know, I spoke to George today, and I think because he wanted, you know, I've already got my 2 COVID shots, okay? And I know a lot of people, when I posted on Facebook, they were like, oh my God, have you grown an arm, you know, behind your back or shit? And so I feel, and I had to also because of my work, you know?
Yeah.
But, yeah, George says we'll probably be ready, and I think he's right now scheduling or, you know, getting some shows for, I think maybe May.
Okay.
May or June, something like that.
Okay, so in fact, I'm going to be in touch between myself and Eddie. I know we'll be getting in touch with George. You know, we got some other future dates lined up. We'd love to get started on the
I
band.
thought I would love to play with you guys again. Oh my God, that sounds kind of weird, huh?
But
well, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But yeah, we're gonna.
I love that stage. That's another thing that I want to thank you guys, you and Eddie. It's because I love that stage. You could actually move. I remember when we opened for Overkill and Symphony X.
Oh
at
shit!
the Regent.
Yeah.
Okay. And it was like, oh my God, what a cool stage and everything. But when we got on stage to do our set, oh, you couldn't even move. I couldn't even move, man. I was just, if I would have gone one footstep to the right, I would have fallen off stage. So when the first time I played my Lones, I mean, the house was always like, oh my God, this is a freaking stage. This is so awesome.
Yeah, I can move. I got breathing room. I got space. Heck yeah.
No, but you know what? It's so funny because on the video that I put up, and when I watch it, I'm like, you know that when I'm dancing, not dancing, but like dun dun dun.
Yeah, you're getting into it on stage,
right? I did that, and then I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna do it again, and I did it again, and then I did it again, and I was so happy because I was like, of course I can do it because I have space here to move, you know.
Yeah, as opposed to I can only stand in this one spot. I can't even take 2 steps either direction. You know?
No, that at the Regents, I think I almost, but thank God I have good balance. I could take video, you know, because I think I was almost about to fall on Andy's drums.
Oh
when we
shit!
did that show. Yeah, because that's the reason too why I'll wear high heels like on the first song, but then I'll take them off because I'm afraid of falling. Yeah. I don't know how Kiss does it, but anyhow.
Yeah, don't need that happening, not one bit. Hey.
Oh God, no! And after what happened with me, I'm like, oh, with my hand.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, not reaching out there to brace yourself on a fall, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, we're gonna get wrapping things up here in a couple minutes. Is there anyone that you would love to give a shout out to while we got you here?
Well, to all the people that are listening, and to the C4OC radio fans, to you, Denny Ray, to Eddie, to everyone who supports us and who follows us on Facebook, and to my bandmates, man, I love them, George, John, Lonnie, and well, to everybody, man. Oh, I'm just so happy. To all the people that follow me on Facebook, too.
Hey, now, aside from Facebook, where else can the people reach out and find you? Does the band have an actual website or anything? Or
yeah, it does. It does. And you know what, Michael?
Yeah.
You just look up Scarred Band Metal. I think Scarred Band Metal, because they changed it. George changed it, man. I should have had that information. But I will. Hold on.
A Google search will always find it.
Oh man. Hold on. Yeah, okay. I'm going to tell you what it is, all right? It's scarredmetal.com or no, at Scarred Band Official.
Scarred Band Official.
That's on Facebook, correct?
Yeah, on Facebook too.
Yep.
Excellent. Hey, but make sure after we get done here, send me your address. I'll pick you up on Saturday. We'll get you down to the show. If that sounds good for you, as long as you don't have any plans going on, I'd love to take you out for a show if you don't mind on that.
No, not at all. That would be great.
Plus, always be great to
oh
see
my God,
the one and
I
only.
feel like I feel like Cinderella right now with us.
Hey, don't worry. After midnight, we're all turning into pumpkins.
Pumpkins, I know. Oh, what a shame! What a shame!
Look out now.
Hey, for anyone who's been who might have just tuned in on the line here, we've had Ruby Valdez from the band Scarred, great band out of Southern California. We've been interviewing her for the little bit more than an hour and change right here, playing some great music.
It's been featured artist Scarred tonight.
Oh heck yeah!
Yeah, I like it.
Nothing wrong with taking one of the band members, giving them an hour plus worth of time, playing some music, from the band, getting to find out about the band,
right?
Their history, their influences.
And if you missed it, you can always go back to our YouTube channel and watch this whenever you want.
Can I also say something before we go off?
Go for it.
En español, quiero saludar a toda la banda metalera latina que nos está escuchando. Gracias por seguir a Scar, gracias por seguirnos apoyando. Y no dejen de escuchar C4OC Radio, porque voy a estar atenta, voy a estar viendo si realmente nos pelan. Buenas noches, metaleros.
Dynamite!
Hey, Ruby, one night, I want you to pick out a Thursday. I'll come and pick you up. I'd love to have you co-host down here so you could do a little Spanish-English so we could even expand our listening audience.
Nothing wrong with that.
Oh, that would be cool. Oh, I would love to, man. I would love to, right?
I think that would be an awesome thing. I've been wanting to get someone in here, who does speak Spanish, because we know we have a large Spanish listening audience, and I know some Spanglish, but I'll just ruin the heck out of
Mike
everything.
says my Spanish is no poquito at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds great. Just let me know when, okay?
Yeah, for me it's a Casa de Metal,
Yeah.
Hey, Ruby, pick another 2 songs, and we'll make sure we trail it out with some of your personal choices from the band Scarred. And I just want to say thank you for lending us your time this evening. It's been an honor. It's been a privilege and a pleasure to do so. And anything that we can ever do for the band Scarred, you just let me know, and we will gladly make it happen.
Thank you. Love you guys, man. Thank you. Okay, the songs that I would like to listen to, I don't know if you guys have played The Fallen and Black Earth.
In fact, you just say the word, and I'm making it happen. Okay, Fallen and Black Earth. All right, I had Black Earth right there.
Perfect.
Hey, Ruby, once again, I want to say thank you so much. It's been great having you on the line here tonight, getting to talk to you, hearing some great Scarred songs, hearing some great Scarred stories, and we're definitely going to be in touch, get you down here into the compound, do a little co-hosting with us, and tell you what, I'll see you Saturday night. How does that sound?
That sounds good. Hey, we'll keep in touch, all right? I'll send you a text in a while.
That sounds great, Ruby. Love you so much for doing this. It's been an honor and a privilege to do so. So we're gonna let these last couple songs roll as we end
for
up
themselves.
Here. Oh yeah.
Yep.
So, in fact, we're gonna have a double shot of Scarred coming up next. Double shot of C4OC the band, some Void Vader, some Black Mercy riffs, Core 10, Ravmatics, and a whole bunch more.
So we ain't done yet.
No, we ain't done because we gotta let the music roll, my brother.
Let the music roll. Roll.
Hey, so for all you people,
rock and roll.
Yeah. Hey, thank you people for tuning in. We might have a little black background, but we're gonna have the music play for a good bit. And as Ruby wanted. We got a double shot of Scarred here. We have The Fallen and Black Earth coming right here, right now on C4OC Radio.
Baby.
Thank you, Ruby.
Oh, thank you, guys. Thank you. Gracias.
Woohoo!
Talk to you later.
Bye.
That's right, that was Come On, brand new by C4OC, the band. See us this Saturday at Stages 604 East Dyer Road. This one is Seven Screaming Sirens by C4OC. Hell yeah, that was Seven Screaming Sirens by C4OC. I want to let you know in the description, we have a Patreon account. If you'd like to donate, please go like, love, and donate to C4OC Radio. Help us get it going. Right now, you're listening to Void Vader!
Ignition sequence has started.
You are listening to Void Vader. This is their new one called I Can't Take It. right here on C4OC Radio.